Greetings, my noble knights, as I blaze Templar. And as I mentioned in my most recent foray into Sword and Shield, I was getting quite bored of the meta. So you know what? We're going back to Gen 5 because that is always where I've had the most fun with Pokemon, where I've had the most fun battles outside of the one I had with Joey in Gen 6. Yeah, outside of the one I had with Joey in Gen 6. Gen 5 was where I had all my really, really special battles that really stick out to me. And so, we're going back. We're running a rain team, as you can kind of tell. No grass core, we're just doing fire, water, and more water, really. So we are a little electric vulnerable, which is why we have the Magnezone, plus it deals with any steals, plus in power fire to deal with potential steals. Looking at his team, he's not actually running what I would expect, but that's okay. Heatran will shut down any Volcarona. Outside of that, the likely lead, I'd say, is either the Gengar or the Cloyster. Either way, Magnezone does just fine. So we're going to lead Magnezone, and we're just going to straight on Volt Switch. Now, he could be Scarfed, but I didn't think so. He's probably going to be the Quiver Dance set. So we're going to just go straight into Heatran. That is perfectly fine. We're going to just set up Stealth Rock first turn. So, resisted, not going to do too much, of course, because we are specially defensive Heatran. We're just going to go for the Protect, just to get a little bit more leftover recovery, and then we will go for the Toxic this turn. We missed the Toxic, a little bit unfortunate. We're going to go for the double Toxic just to get it off. Boom. So, oh, he's Lumberry. Okay, that's a little bit annoying, but we're going to go ahead and protect this turn just to get some more leftover recovery. Really, I'm not too worried about this thing. It is getting a little bit annoying, to say the least, but now that we have the Toxic off, it's not too much of a threat. Is it annoying? Yes. Is it life and death? No. So he's going to Quiver or Hurricane again, probably this turn. We're just going to go straight for the double. I don't really care. I had blocked the effect. Okay, so that is apparently a thing you can do, so that's interesting. But we are going to go for that Protect again. He's going to Hurricane. That is fine. He's down to 4 HP, percent-wise. Do I need Heatran? Not really. We're just going to go for the double. Get the Confusion, but he finally misses a Hurricane, which is nice for us. And down goes Volcarona, basically doing not very much. Heatran is just such a good check to Volcarona, as you could kind of tell there. Anyway, in comes this thing, and I'm not too worried about it. I do have Magnezone. If he wants to go for the Scald, that's fine. I can just Thunderbolt. And I hit his entire team pretty decently, but he could switch into the Latios, so we're going to just Volt Turn. Okay, so he's going to go for the Protect. That's fine. He's still going to eat a chunklet of damage if he keeps going for the... so it works out alright for me. And we'll see what he does. In comes the switch. We're also going to start the timer. So we get the Volt Switch on the Latios, and we can go basically into whatever we feel like. And in this case, I kind of feel the Politoed. So we're just going to Ice Beam. He's going to Draco. That is most definitely Specs damage. That is 100% Specs damage. Question is, how best to capitalize on it? Oh, actually, I can just go into Gyarados and Dragon Dance on it. Not going to take us out. We do have some pretty good special bulk, and we did get the Dragon Dance off, so we outspeed his entire team now, and we can just go for the Stone Edge. Not the best use of Politoed there, but hey. It did let me know that he is indeed Specs. So we're going for that Stone Edge. We're going to take it out, and we get the Moxie boost. So at this point, we pretty much have this game. In comes the Vaporeon. Not too much of a threat. I could go for Waterfall, but it has Water Absorb. So honestly, our better play is to go for the Earthquake. Sure, we don't get the crit chance, but we don't miss either. So, not going to quite take it out, but oh, he misses the Toxic. Now you know how it feels. He's going to quit. He knew he had lost at that point, so makes sense that he'd switch. I could just spam Earthquake. If Latios came back in, I could just go for the Stone Edge. He really needed the Toxic and tried to Toxic stall me out. So, alas, Leo's bad. Did not get that Toxic off when he needed it most. And Gyarados was going to get a nice little sweep. So, hey, Gyarados has been sweeping ever since Gen 4, and Moxie certainly helped it stay OU in Gen 5. So, pretty awesome stuff. And man, I missed this generation so much. I am going to change one thing though. We are going to take off that for category special power. And I think one thing I need to do is give this thing a way to get around steel types. And since I am running water or rain, I should probably go Hidden Power Ground. I'm running Hidden Power Fire on Magnezone just so I can possibly snipe like Ferrothorn or something. That's primarily why I'm running that. It just deals with the steel types quite effectively, so that's why that's there. Otherwise, I would not be running Hidden Power Fire, but Magnezone being so quick makes a bit of sense to do that. With the Choice Scarf anyway. It's not really quick otherwise. It is actually quite slow without it. So, yeah. That definitely needs to be added to the addendum, shall we say. And hopefully we'll get another battle here in a bit. Otherwise, I'm going to be kind of sad and cry in a corner. But yeah, no, I just really like this generation so much. And you could probably hear it in my tone that I'm having more fun doing Gen 5 than I was like Gen 6, Gen 7, and certainly Gen 8. It's just, whenever I start to get away from Gen 5, Gen 4-ish, the DS era of Pokemon games when it comes to competitive play, I don't really enjoy it as much, which I guess makes sense, but hey, we're back and ready for more, so who cares, right? It's what you enjoy, right? Anyway, I will go ahead and pause the video for now, and I will see you in a bit. Okay, we got our battle finally, which I'm not going to complain about. Anyway, looking at his team, he does have a couple of the big threats that I was kind of expecting. We're going to have some weather wars going on, which I am not against. I think Ferrothorn is a pretty likely lead, that or the, the Hippowdon, just to get the sand up. Honestly, with that in mind, I kind of want to lead Gyarados. Here comes Hippo. Not entirely surprised, but Gyarados does threaten it quite nicely. I'm seeing a likely switch, so we're going to pull the double. He's just going to set up a Stealth Rock. Fair enough. We'll pull our own double this time. Deal with the Earthquake a lot more effectively than we would otherwise. We're going to Scald. In comes Ferrothorn. If we get the burn, that would be really handy. We don't get the burn. That is unfortunate. But we can deal, just not as much as I want. We do have Starmie, so we can deal with the hazard stacking a little later. But we do definitely want to get our Stealth Rock up right away, just to get those. Jellicent actually is a really good synergy with Heatran. I did think about running it, but I didn't. So we're going to get the Toxic. He's going to Scald. Going to do a whopping 28% because of the fact I am specially defensive. Heatran, really quite nice. In comes the Garchomp. A little bit of a problem there, but that's okay. I'm going to go for the double just to see what he wants to go for. He's just going to straight up Earthquake. He could have the Stone Edge, which could be problematic. Unfortunately, I don't have a great switch into this thing right now. If I had Intimidated on Gyarados, it'd be a better switch in, but I don't. I think I'm going to switch that to Intimidate. But first, we'll go into Quagsire, not taking that very comfortably, but it is Life Orb too, so there's that. We're going to go Recover. Hopefully we could survive. No, I didn't think we would. Garchomp is quite a threat, to say the least. But we can't get our rain up and threaten him with the Politoed. He doesn't know what my set is quite yet. So we're going to go straight for the Ice Beam. Yeah, that makes sense that he'd do that. He knows I'm leftovers now, which is unfortunate, but I will take it. And we will protect this turn. See what he wants to go for. That's fine. Go for the Scald this turn. I really would like to get that burn, please. No burn. That is definitely not what I was hoping to see. He is kind of winning the stall war, which is unfortunate. I could go for the Lava Plume and hope I get the burn. Or I could go for Toxic, predicting Garchomp. I think I'm going to Lava Plume. Yeah, that makes sense to go for the Lava Plume there. I get a crit, which really doesn't help me much, but hey, I'll take it. We'll Lava Plume again. What's he going to go for? He's just going to Recover. That's understandable. If I can get rid of Jellicent, I can actually spin away the rocks. Until then, though, it's going to be a little bit tedious. He's just trying to make sure his Jellicent stays at full health, which I definitely can respect. He does need to do that. I think he's going to want to switch here, so we're going to go for the Toxic this turn. And that is exactly what happens. In comes Garchomp, going to eat that Toxic. Would have been kind of nice to get the burn on it, but I'd rather get the guaranteed Toxic over that. So we're going to go for that Protect. Does force me into a slightly uncomfortable position, but I do still have Gyarados, so I can bait out Earthquakes and kind of play a few mind games with him, which is my plan right now. I'm going to play a few mind games to actually get around this Garchomp. Pull the double. As he Dracos, it's mixed Garchomp, which actually is kind of cool. You don't see that very often. And it goes down thanks to the Life Orb and Toxic. Works out okay. Not perfect, but hey. And we do get Choiced, which is unfortunate, but we did trick the Latios, so not entirely bad. I don't think this thing threatens me too much, so we're just going to go and stay in and go for another Toxic, see what it wants to go for, give me an idea of what it can do. That's kind of what I was thinking there. We're going to go ahead and Toxic again. Okay, going to go into Ferrothorn. Makes a little bit of sense there. We're going to Magnezone, trapping in the Ferrothorn. You can get your rocks up or your Leech Seed, that is fine, but now I am guaranteed to take out your Ferrothorn. Oh, he did survive, which is kind of nice for him, but we do take out the Ferrothorn now, so that is actually huge. In comes Hippo. Again, problematic, but not impossible. Do I need Heatran? It'd be nice for the Latios, definitely, but I still have the Gyarados, which could potentially sweep. Honestly, I kind of want to sack Heatran so I can get a fresh switch into my Starmie. Oh, he's just going to roar me into Politoed. Okay, that's not entirely bad. We're going to Scald. In comes Jellicent. Okay, makes sense that he'd go into Jellicent. He's going to get the Water Absorb, which is fine. A little bit annoying, but I'm okay with that, honestly. He's going to Will-O-Wisp. A little bit annoying too, but that's not the worst thing in the world. I'm going to Encore it. You can just keep Will-O-Wisping. I will let you Will-O-Wisp until the cows come home, for all I care. Did actually force the switch, and without his hazard setters, he's going to be really pressured to switch up Hippo with Starmie in. We're going to Rapid Spin. fair enough. I really, really wanted to get that removed. Unfortunately, didn't happen like I wanted, but that's okay. Again, definitely unfortunate, but, you know, we'll deal. Sack E-Train here. He's gonna Shadow Ball, has no target, of course. Go straight for that Stone Edge. He really needs to keep his Jellicent alive, and he knows that. So, we'll Waterfall. I'm expecting the Roar. So, if I can get the flinch, that'd be nice. Magnezone is not what I wanted to see right now. That is not what I wanted to see. But we're just going to Flash Cannon, do as much damage to the Hippo as we can. And if I can get a crit, that would be nice too. Not going to get the crit. Unfortunately. Actually, Scissor might be able to sweep me now, which is definitely a problem, to say the least. Do get the Drizzle back up, and we're going to Ice Beam. Jellicent comes back in. Not surprised that it comes in to take that. This is the downside to some Gen 5 battles. They can get very, very solid. Like, we're 39 turns in, as you can see, and we're still kind of going. Actually, I'm going to be mean and Encore. Okay, no, I'm not going to be mean and Encore. That's fine. I was going to Encore it to recover over and over again, and it would have lost eventually that way. But this isn't entirely a bad thing. He's going to go back into Jellicent. That's fine. We're going to Ice Beam it again. And, yeah. Protect this turn. If he wants to recover, that's okay, because again, I can just threaten that Encore, which I kind of want to do, just in case. Latios comes in. Understandable that it would come in, but I was kind of hoping otherwise. Misplay. This is what you do at 1 a.m. You misplay. Psyshock, definitely a problematic attack to deal with, but hey, we did get around it. We're gonna go for the double. This turn it actually goes down to Toxic, so we're going to go into Gyarados. We got crit. That is definitely disappointing. Into Starmie. So he's actually pretty much one that Scissor can come in and sweep us at this point. Definitely unfortunate. But we did put up a pretty good fight. I didn't play very well, but you know, that is kind of what happens sometimes. You play well, and then sometimes you don't. Bullet Punch, gonna take us out. It looks like it's probably the Choice Band set. Would not surprise me if it is. Rain's gonna be set back up. We're not able to survive a Choice Banded Bullet Punch. We have to go for the Protect. Kind of hope we recover enough with that shenanigan to survive. No promises there, but kind of have to hope for that. So I misplayed horribly. I really let that Garchomp run over my team. Hippo comes back in, understandable, gets rid of my weather. That's really what he wanted to do, guarantees the KO. So, there's that. Excuse you, you're the one running Hippo, Ferrothorn, and Jellicent. Yeah, okay, so good on your maturity level there. Yeah. Oh well. Love the fact that this meta hasn't completely changed. You still got the immature twits. And I'm trying not to be mean, but that's a pretty immature twitty thing to say, so, you know. And alas, it looks like we're gonna have the problem again, so I'm gonna see about pausing it. Alas, could not find another battle, so I guess that's gonna be the end of it tonight. I mean, it is 1:30 in the morning, so probably a good thing, honestly. So I'll slap together the video and get some music, and it'll be on YouTube soon, so I'll see you there. And until then, goodbye.